Phone call for Al. Alcoholic. Is there an alcoholic here? Wait a minute. Listen, you little yellow-belly rat jackass. If I ever find out who you are, I'll kill you.
Get off my lawn.
Now get out of my house!
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 grumpy characters in TV.
1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
For this list, we're looking at well-written, well-performed, and well-loved TV characters that have come to embody our own grumpy natures.
Who are you?
Hi, I'm Eric. I'm going to be Chandler's new roommate.
I'm Chandler's new roommate.
We can't help but identify with these cranks, and that's why we love them.
That's disgusting!
Number 10, Martin Crane, Frasier.
Dad, welcome to your new home. Gee, you look great.
Don't BS me, I do not look great. I spent Monday on the bathroom floor. You can still see the tile marks on my face.
As the patriarch of the Crane clan, this man's man possesses both a love for his favorite reclining chair and an incredibly stubborn personality that often clashes with the more refined tastes of his sons.
Where's my chair, Leo?
I took it down to the dumpster and someone snagged it. It's pretty bitchin', I almost kept it myself.
You threw my chair away. Are you happy now? It's gone.
A former Seattle cop who was shot in the line of duty, Martin prefers a cold beer and a night at McGinty's, his favorite sports bar, to a night at the opera.
Look, I appreciate the offer, but I wouldn't like it.
Well, Dad, how do you know if you don't try it?
Well, I didn't have to get shot in the hip with a .38 to know I wouldn't like that.
It's clear that Frasier and Niles couldn't be more different from their unpretentious and laid-back father, resulting in a hilarious butting of heads audiences couldn't get enough of.
Perhaps you should start by telling us a little bit about yourself, Miss Moon.
Well, I'm originally from Manchester, England.
Oh, really? Did you hear that, Dad?
I'm 3 feet away. There's nothing wrong with my hearing.
Number 9, Dr. Perry Cox, Scrubs.
We're waiting for Dr. Cox.
Hi, Doctor. Place an IV for me.
This cantankerous doctor is one frightening attending physician who'd make us want to have our stay at Sacred Heart Hospital be as short as possible.
Dr. Cox, I got Will's CT results back. No cancer. So, what should I tell him?
I'd open with that.
Not only does he have a tendency for sarcastic comebacks and bitter interactions with his coworkers and subordinates.
My first patient today was a snot-nosed little punk who wouldn't let me give him a rectal exam unless I said pretty please first. And I'm just not big on begging strangers to stick my hand up their butt. Not even in my private time.
He's also got a biting wit and short temper that cause rants about anything, from his hatred of having his workout routine disturbed to his disdain for Hugh Jackman.
Everything that exists. Past, present, and future in all discovered and undiscovered dimensions. Oh, and Hugh Jackman.
However, it's his dedication to his job that allowed him to rise through the ranks of hospital staff despite his grouchy personality.
What are you doing? This is my new imaginary warning light. Whenever it starts blinking, a situation has 10 seconds to resolve itself before I flash white with rage and kill someone.
Number 8, Squidward Tentacles, SpongeBob SquarePants.
Hip hip! All right, Mr. Crab. Hip hip! All right. Hip hip! All right, Mr. Crab.
I'll be in my quarters.
This selfish cephalopod is 6 limbs worth of hot-tempered sarcasm and the perfect antagonist to the carefree and upbeat attitude to his arch-nemesis SpongeBob.
Does that include...
Quiet! Now, do as you're told!
While possessing a keen intellect and a misguided love of art, as long as it's portraits of himself or the pursuits of his underappreciated talents.
Good evening and welcome to the first annual Squidward Tentacles talent show.
Squidward is classic grumpiness brought to the deepest depths of Bikini Bottom.
No one, not even your parents, would want to see that.
With his short fuse, little is needed to push him over the edge. That, plus his overall pessimistic outlook on life, mean this is one tightly wound Scrooge of the sea.
SpongeBob, I have a confession to make.
You're bald?
No, I'm not bald! I'm alive! Now get rid of that tombstone and tell all your friends to go home!
Number 7, Mr. Heckles, Friends.
Hello, Mr. Heckles.
You're doing it again.
We're not doing anything.
You're stomping. It's disturbing my birds.
Rachel, Monica, and at one point Phoebe's cranky downstairs neighbor is not the kind of person you want to bother the next time you need to borrow a cup of sugar. Whether he's banging on the ceiling with a broom handle because you're being too loud, or answering the door in his signature bathrobe, this grumpy apartment dweller may have sensitive ears, but certainly does not have a sensitive heart.
We just found this cat, and we're looking for the owner.
Yeah, it's mine.
He seems to hate you. Are you sure?
Yeah, it's my cat. Give me my cat.
Just between us, he might just be a lonely guy looking to make some new friends.
You are a very bad man.
You owe me a cat.
Number 6, Archie Bunker, All in the Family.
Will you stop it, you silly dingbat?
The prototype upon which all subsequent TV grumps are based. This classic crank became controversial due to his inability to keep his bigoted opinions to himself.
Our world is coming crumbling down. The coons are coming.
A conservative World War II vet who's got something to say about anything under the sun, Archie could have seemed like a bad guy, but the reality was he was a hard-working family man and a product of his time.
Well, if that's the punch of a fruit.
Butting heads with his liberal son-in-law over politics and race issues, Archie was originally designed by show creator Norman Lear to be hated by audiences.
This is only Lyman. He lives next door. My daughter's married to the white guy over here.
But his unapologetic gruffness and honesty resonated with working-class America, making him one of television's most remembered characters.
Why do you love me?
Will you stop that? You sing like a piece of chalk on a blackboard.
Number 5, Dr. Gregory House, House.
Dr. House doesn't like dealing with patients.
Isn't treating patients why we became doctors? No, treating illnesses is why we became doctors. Treating patients is what makes most doctors miserable.
Inspired by Sherlock Holmes, this grumpy doctor with the incredibly poor bedside manner brought new meaning to the word curmudgeon.
I was expecting you in my office 20 minutes ago.
Really? Well, that's odd, because I had no intention of being in your office 20 minutes ago.
His quick-thinking yet seemingly detached form of medical practice sees him paying extreme attention to detail in order to properly diagnose his patients.
I'm tired a lot.
Any other reason why you think you might have chronic fatigue syndrome?
It's kind of the definition, isn't it?
It's kind of the definition of getting older.
However, while House may be brilliant, he's not without his flaws.
There's a cyst in his liver.
Looks complex. Central necrosis?
Spontaneous bleeding is benign. I was rooting for a really cool tumor. Instead, we're stuck with this crap.
Bitter, moody, and sardonic, this complex medical professional won the hearts of audiences everywhere due to his unorthodox methods and endearingly grumbling personality.
Wow, you are ugly. Wow, you're an ass. I have a deformity.
I know. That's why you're ugly. You're a lucky boy. Anywhere else in the animal kingdom, your parents would have eaten you at birth.
Number 4, Al Bundy, married with children.
Well, obviously, I'm having a hell of a dream.
This Chicago high school football star has it all. A loving wife, a couple of terrific kids, and a successful career that he loves. Yeah, right.
Did I tell you that I hold the school record for touchdowns in a season?
That's amazing. I'm one touchdown away from breaking that record, too. It's a young man's world, you know?
Al Bundy is the epitome of a man unsatisfied with his life and family, bringing a hilarious sense of dread to the American dream as the memories of his glory days are juxtaposed with his current daily grind.
Oh my God, I'm a shoe salesman again.
In some ways, Al's the polar opposite of Ed O'Neill's more recent TV grump, Modern Family's Jay Pritchett. And in some ways, he's exactly as grumpy.
Seriously, not to be the evil stepdad, but if you put on a puffy white shirt and declare your love for a 16-year-old, you're going to be swinging from the flagpole in your puffy white underpants.
Crude, rude, and incredibly funny, this deadbeat working-class Grouch is one grumpy underdog we couldn't help but love.
My record is going to hell. No one will remember me. And my wife is wearing a $200 jacket.
Number 3, The Grinch, Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
The Grinch hated Christmas, the whole Christmas season. Oh, please don't ask why. No one quite knows the reason.
The celebration of Christmas has remained forever changed since this TV special first aired in 1966.
But I think that the most likely reason of all may have been that his heart was 2 sizes too small.
The embodiment of distaste for the holiday season. With a sneering and sinister smile, this furry green grump became an emblem of greed and menacing motives to destroy the true meaning of Christmas.
Then he growled with his Grinch fingers, nervously drumming. I must find some way to keep Christmas from coming.
An outsider in the town of Whoville who only has his dog Max as a friend. This iconic Dr. Seuss adaptation is a lesson on how to care for others, discover kindness, and soften the Grinch within us all.
Your heart is full of unwashed socks, your soul is full of gunk, Mr. Grinch.
Number 2, Oscar the Grouch, Sesame Street.
What? You think it's easy for me being a Grouch who's green?
This infamous Muppet has been the Grouch we've all known and loved since we were big enough to turn on our TVs.
I want to do what I want to do, and I'm not changing my mind, so I am stubborn. Stubborn, stubborn, stubborn.
Possessing a love for living in trash cans, feasting on unappetizing cuisine, and embodying an unapologetic sense of self-awareness to his need for all things yucky, this green guy hates all things nice.
Oh, I love trash. Anything dirty or dingy or dusty. Anything ragged or rotten or rusty. Yes, I love trash.
However, Oscar reminds us not to overlook those things we deem garbage and remains a beloved character to children and adults alike to this very day.
Will you please go away and leave me alone?
Is that yelling? Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
You think this is hard? I'm passing a gallstone as we speak. That's hard.
What exactly will you be cutting? And how much of it? And can I watch you do it while eating pork cracklings?
So she's a nurse, huh, Fred? I bet she gives a mean back rub, huh?
Hey, how'd you like me to rub this across your lip?
You know what the bank account is now? It's going up, up. We got $75 laying around there. That's what we got. So don't go envying Trixie. She's got electric stove, she's got television sets, she's got washing machines. You got financial security.
Number 1, Red Foreman, That 70s Show.
What the hell is wrong with you? Why are you always so damn nervous?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's because you've been yelling at me for 17 years?
Red's the dad that made you terrified when you wanted to visit your friend's house after school.
You morons just hung vacancy signs on your asses, and my foot's looking for a room.
This no-nonsense patriarch prefers peace and quiet, and is unrelenting in his disdain for all things out of the ordinary. Whether he's rolling his eyes at his neighbors or threatening his teenage son's friends with physical violence.
You are about to read a book that my foot wrote. It's called On the Road to In Your Ass.
Portrayed flawlessly by actor Kurtwood Smith, this disgruntled father is as frightening as he is funny, making us all relieved to not have his foot in our asses.
Sleep tight and don't let the bedbugs put their foot in your ass.
Do you agree with our list? Which TV grumps do you love to watch? For more ornery top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.